Hi, first grade. I'm going to show you how to make an Easter craft today that can be a decoration around your house during Easter. Here's a completed project that I did a long time ago, but we're going to change it a little bit as we go. I'll put it right there so you can see it. So what you need for this project is a paper plate, and it doesn't have to be white because the only one I have in my house today is red. But we'll use the white part, so any color paper plate you have is fine. You need scissors, glue, and then you need crayons or markers or twistables. Okay, so for this first part with the paper plates, you're gonna need mom and dad. So mom and dad, you take the plate and you gently fold it, but don't make a crease in half, and then start cutting at the top. Leave yourself a rim. Cut at the top and cut a half circle out of the plate. So when you get halfway, stop, and you open it up and you fold it outward because that's going to be your pop-up. So we're going to pretend the red isn't there. See, you can't even see the red when it's going to be on display. Okay, so the next step is to add color, and I'm going to start with the grassy area. I'm going to take green, I'm going to use a crayon, and I'm going to shade it. Now there's a couple ways you can do this step. You can use a crayon like me, and you can take the paper off like I've done for this one, and you can roll it around a shade, or you could color it in real brightly and darkly with your marker, or you can use your twistable. But you want to get that bottom part of the plate and then your cutout green. Now the cutout is the hill that the cross was on. The Bible says when Jesus was crucified that it was up on a hill outside the city. All right, now I'm not going to do the whole plate with you today, the whole craft. I'm just going to show you how to start because I would like you to take your time and enjoy it. You don't have to do it speedy with me right now. You can enjoy it after you see my steps. So I've taken some green paper that I have at home and I cut out a rectangular strip, and I'm going to make those into little squares. See how it looks on this one? Little square shapes. Some of them might even be rectangles, but it's what we use to show the pattern of grass on our project. Once I get it colored in with crayon or marker, then I'm going to add these pieces to make the grass kind of stand out. And if we were in class, we'd take our time and make sure that all the pieces were overlapping and that we were using different colors to show contrast. You could take your time and do that same thing at home. I covered the whole part of the plate in this one, the bottom part. But what I didn't do was add sky. So I think for this project with you today, let's add some sky. Let's add a pretty blue back there. Now again, I like to take my crayon or my oil pastels and remove the wrapper so I can shade. But use what you have at home because we're not supposed to be going to the store for right now. We're supposed to be sheltering in. So for art supplies that aren't necessary, we're supposed to use what we have at home to stay safe because we're all sheltering in. So I'm taking my blue and I'm coloring the rim of the plate that's going to be behind my cutout to show the sky. I think it already looks better with that blue color there. Remember, take your time and fill in all your gaps. You don't have any white paper. White showing. Any of your white paper plate. Okay, and now I'm going to add the 3 crosses. I'm going to start by cutting 3 rectangles about the size of the crosses I have here for my example. So I have one. It looks a little tall because my plate is smaller, so I'm going to size it down. So there's one rectangle, 2. I'm going to do 3 altogether. There's the second one, and here's the third one, and I sized it down a little bit because my plate is smaller. That's going to be the base of my cross. And a cross is the shape of an uppercase T. So I'm going to cut some more, 3 more, that will be the crossover part of the cross, just like a lowercase t. So I'm going to cross that over right there. So I think, so you can see it better, I'll put it on a piece of green paper. So I'm going to take the longer one and put a dab of glue in the middle, and my shorter one for my crossover. And then I'm going to add it to the hillside. Does anybody know why there were 3 crosses on the hill that day? We know that Jesus died and his cross is in the middle, but why were there 2 more crosses there? Well, the Bible tells us that there were criminals that were also crucified that day. A criminal is somebody who breaks the law, so they were dying because of their sin, because of their mistake. The Bible also tells us that Jesus was sinless. That means he was perfect. He didn't commit any sin. He died for our sin. So when we put the 3 crosses on the hill, it reminds us that Jesus died for us. That he died next to criminals. He paid the price for us. All right, so I have my 3 crosses on there. And now your part is to finish the grassy area or add more details. I know sometimes you guys change my projects a little because it's art and it's unique, and yours looks just a little different than mine, but it's still special.